Hey guys, this is Ruger of Sumer here, and today I have for you a 1v2 on Rome Total War Online multiplayer. I'm playing as the Seleucids, and my enemies are playing as Scythia and Rome. And I think I used 20k denarii while they both used 10k, so it was basically the same denarii. And I made a ton of mistakes in this battle, and I'll show you them later. So my army consists of like 6 archers, gold upgrades, about I think 4 cataphracts and 1 companion cav, and then I have 4 or 5 or 6 silver shield pikes, these dudes right here, and then I got 3 phalanx pikemen in reserve, well 2 phalanx pikemen in reserve, and this one's a silver shield. Alrighty, so I'm gonna fast forward this. And I'm going to move over to my actual deployment because I remember where I deployed. So I wanted to deploy over here, and I expected the opponents to be close to each other on this hill, and I want to be able to at least like take out Scythia quickly, just straight up phalanx rush them. Either that or kill all of their headhunting maidens with archers, because I know that Scythian armies, they gotta have headhunting maidens, otherwise they're just screwed to heavy cav. And alright, so as you can see, I'm moving up my battle line, and since they were over there, I wanted to sort of anchor myself over here, and I thought that we could sort of meet somewhere, and I wanted to use this as sort of a bottleneck, but you can see what my opponents do. So I'm just gonna fast forward till we get to some action going on. So as you can see right now, my army's all organized and everything. And Scythia's moving all the way to my right flank. And I move a companion cavalry. This is kind of a throwaway unit. Really should have done more with this, now that I think about it. And you can see the horde of headhunting maidens over here. And the Scythian noble archers, so horse archers, and I think they're decent at melee. I don't know why they had such good range compared to my actual foot archers, because normally if I just bring a bunch of foot archers I can handle horse archers, but I think the Scythian player really microed his troops very well. So meanwhile, while my archers are being killed, here we can check out the headhunting maidens. They are so sexy, like, I would take all of them to prom. That was Czech Chinese American's joke, after I told him what happened. And yeah, these women, they're pretty angry. Maybe they're feminists or something. The ancient feminists, aka headhunting maidens. Okay, that was mean. If you're a feminist, I'm sorry I offended you. And yeah, so he's an archer warband up there. And then the Roman player has a few legionary cohorts and a ton of archer auxilia, so I'm definitely out-archered with these two armies combined. And then he has some Samnite gladiators. These guys are pretty sweet looking. Reminds me of Spartacus. Such a good show. Still need to watch the 3rd season though. Oh yeah, and over here he has some legionary cav. I do like to see me some low money Roman armies, because they're not all urban cohort spammy. Alrighty, let's check out what's going on over here. He's skirmishing very well with my archers. And I'm trying to use my companions to lure him in, because he really wants to kill my companions. And as you can see, my archers just taking it. I thought they could just shoot from this angle right here, and I thought they'd have enough range, but I guess not. Kind of frustrating. So I was basically out-archered, but I could just straight up infantry them. And that was sort of my mindset. I still wanted to out-archer them. I wanted to do something that I couldn't. He had the mobility advantage, and I was afraid that if I moved my archers up way too far up, they'd just get massacred by the fast-moving headhunting maidens. And you can see the archer warband is moving up as well, so I'm just moving around my army. We're just doing this for a long time. And then I have the amazingly smart idea of moving up, or of, never mind, not yet. Sorry. So I see some action over here, the Roman players moving up some legionary cav. And I wanted to fire at them with archers, but he was going for my archers. So I sent out some cataphracts to scare him off. I think my cataphracts actually come pretty close to taking him down. At this point I was really antsy in this battle, and I really wanted to get some kills, because my archers over here were getting massacred. You can see some bodies. A lot of the dead bodies. You don't know how badly I wanted to just bam my companion cav right into this Cantabrian circle. That would have been glorious, but then he has the headhunting maidens in reserve, and I was really afraid of those headhunting maidens. So you can see right here I'm trying to focus fire on the legionary cav, but they're pretty decently armored. And they're going in for the charge. I run my dudes away. You can see my cataphracts moving up again. So that was a good idea to you know, tire out my cataphracts, because that's where the power of my army is. You see the arrows just flying. So you can see my cataphracts are pretty close, but they're just too fat with armor. Now I could have just straight up charged, and I should have moved up my army. Oh yeah, here is when I divide my army. Now this was, now that I think about it, very bad decision. And at this point in the battle I was getting antsy, as I said. So this would be my center, this would be my right flank, and this would be my left flank. At least that was the goal. And I try to keep them all connected, and hopefully attack one person at a time, because with a 20k army I could easily take down either of these armies on their own. But I think I really just did not take the initiative at all. I was just letting my opponents take the initiative. I really should have rushed them, now that I think about it, rather than try to win the archer advantage. It's kind of being a bit delusional. And then because I divided my forces, you'll see. So I'm just going to speed up till I get to some good stuff. Blah-de-blah. Okay. So you can sort of see what I was saying, the left flank, center, and right flank. And I was just slowly moving up pieces of my army. And I wanted to block off the Scythians over in this area right here with like 3 phalanx pikes so they couldn't get around, while I destroyed the Roman army with my silver shield pikes. So that was my battle plan at this point, to use the terrain. And I wanted to start out with a nice cataphract charge to decimate the Roman cavalry. So we're just skirmishing and stuff. I was going for his gladiators, because I want to get them out of the fight, because they're going to be annoying to kill later on. Or they would have been annoying to kill later on. But I killed them with arrows. Alright, so now cataphracts are being fat. So I just wanted to charge them in to get rid of the Roman cav. Let you guys enjoy some of the action. So all across the board my guys are just owning. I was like, hey, this attack's going pretty darn well. And what I should have done right now is I should have retreated all of my cataphracts behind my pikes. But I keep them in the fight way too long. I was getting way too antsy. I just wanted to take out as much infantry as I could. And as a result, these headhunting maidens came in and massacred the crap out of my cataphracts with their armor-piercing axes and stuff. And so I should have retreated my cataphracts, but nope. Oh no, they're routing. Yeah, they rout very quickly when it comes to headhunting maidens. It's kind of funny how the strongest cav unit in the game dies so quickly to such a cheap unit. But I guess that's what makes Scythia interesting. So now I'm setting up my troops, and they're just getting PLU'd to death, not to mention they were getting fired upon by arrows in the flanks. And I think my general just died or something. So these guys aren't doing too well. So I start the attack with a really weak infantry force. And then I thought that these phalanx pikemen could easily destroy the headhunting maidens. I tried to turn them around, but they got charged in the flank. So they just got eaten alive. And over here I tried to fight with my silver shield pikes and cataphracts, but then the headhunting maidens come back in and rout my cataphracts and silver shields. Meanwhile, these guys are just sitting here doing nothing. So you can see why dividing your army is a bad idea. If I just went straight hard at the Romans, I guess, rather than like piecemeal like I'm doing right now, I would have done much better. So as you can see, my whole army right here is disorganized like crazy. So it's easy for the Pila to get them. And these headhunting maidens. And yeah, my troops routed like butter. They died like butter. So I charge in some cataphracts and headhunting maidens again. Darn feminists. It's like, I keep making that joke. It's probably not a nice joke. So it's a nice mayhem going on right now. Try sending up my infantry to support as soon as I can, because these guys are all clobbered up. Still thought I could win at this point.
He runs. So will his army stand when he shows such courage?
And they're using the flexibility of their armies against the inflexibility of mine. These legionaries, they can just run away. And the headhunting maidens are very fast, so they can dispatch my heavy cav very quickly. So mayhem all across. And I still have these 2 units of silver shields, and they were useless because I did not bring them up. So the lesson here, guys, is to not divide your army. No matter how scared or angry you are at headhunting maidens or archer fire. Otherwise your army will get massacred like crazy. And over here he's just charging in to my troops. His final epic charge. Let you guys enjoy that. All about them close-ups. Speaking of close-ups, I'm gonna pre-order Rome 2 soon. Excited for that. Get all that pressure. And then this other unit comes in. I guess headhunting maidens are really easily killed when you bring up heavy infantry. But against cav, they're just crazy powerful. They're darn axes. Here come the Romans. And finally I rout. So good game to my opponents. Actually no, here's an epic final envelopment. It's crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a pretty intense battle. And as I said earlier, I should not have divided my army. I shouldn't have tried to win the archer advantage. And I should have just straight up rushed at least one of these armies and forced them to respond and take the initiative.
A defeat.
Hope you guys enjoyed. I will fast forward so you can see the battle results. So here they are. Let's see how many kills each of my units got. My cataphracts, nope. Some silver shield pikes got the most. Archers barely got any. So yes, good game.